came from Mars, y'all came from Venus. I'm feeling way too hot, high-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got ether. Should've believed you, damn, you should've believed you. She took a dab of that, till she had cataracts, grabbed the rack. She had a MAGA hat, I tapped the back to Adam's act. I told her Magnum rap, my dick couldn't even fit half the cap in the Cadillac. Take a dab of wax with a battle axe, not your average cat. Why don't they give me a break? I learn from mistakes, I'm earning my place, yeah. Man, I'm just raising the stakes, I'm tired of just waiting, losing my patience. I'm in the whip, white tires, mini-me, Mike Myers. I'm a high power and I have tie while I fight fires. You a type liar. You don't believe me, this ain't no PC. I'm Gucci, no Jeezy, I make it look easy. Believe me, my name is Maisie, I just move freely. You cannot see me, your girl about to please me. Yeah, I got the cash flow, call me a Castro. Yeah, I'm an asshole, start like an astro. Pay me when I pass go. Sitting like the blood and let it escape. Married again and I caught a bouquet. The more that it costs and the harder to say, they're just part of my friends, a part of my ways, yeah. Still niggas came from Mars, y'all came from Venus. I'm feeling way too high, high-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got ether. Should've believed you, damn, you should've believed you. Why don't you give me a break? You gotta wait if you want capsules. Not enough time in a day, move out my way, see when I pass through. Nothing to say, you bitch in my place, getting a tattoo. Measy my name, it's such a shame, for you it's just bad news. Why don't they give me a break? I learn from mistakes, I'm earning my pay, yeah. Man, I'm just raising the stakes, I'm tired of just waiting, losing my patience. I'm a live wire, burn trees, light fires, jump out of planes, skydive in all black, night rider. You don't believe me, this ain't no PC. I'm Gucci, no Jeezy, I make it look easy. Believe me, I be fucking two bitches back to back, switch positions, acrobat, at the masquerade, not work. I be stabbing that, shoot up a club, rap the tap. She bought a sack of yak, and this money my habitat. I mastered that, imagine that. Sitting like the blood and let it escape. Married again and I caught a bouquet. The more that it costs and the harder to say, they're just part of my friends, a part of my ways. Still niggas came from Mars, y'all came from Venus. I'm feeling way too hot, high-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got ether.
Should've believed her.
Damn, you should've believed them.
Shout out to Mini Mansions and Soul of My Soul. That's my original intro, y'all. Okay. I said, let me refurbish this. Good morning. Happy Friday to the Knotty crew. We made it through another week, Knotty crew. Welcome back to my channel, Knotty Love Movement. It's your host, Knotty. Bring you the latest and trending topics. And I vlog my life, of course. Okay. Make sure y'all thumbs up in this video. Good morning, Chantel. How is that lemon cherry? Good morning, grown woman. Yes. I hope everybody doing well. Like, seriously. We made it through another week. Thank God the weekend is here. Happy Friday. Yes, please like the video as y'all loading up into the room. Today, we're going to go down Deadbeat Valley. We're going to talk about Dr. Umar. His daughter out here saying he a deadbeat. Yes. Yep. And also I want to get into the Southern University student arrested in connection with the death of Caleb Wilson due to hazing. Okay. Also I want to get into Donald Trump and his shenanigans, updates on Diddy, and Candy Burris is being sued, honey. Okay. Candy and Tiny Tot Todd from the Atlanta Housewives is being sued. So please thumbs up this video, and if we got time, we'll get into more. I got on here a little late this morning because let's just say it's been a long week, Knotty crew. How's everybody doing? Please share this live. I told you, girl. I told you I had you. And got more. Please thumbs up this video. Share it out. Hey, Tarek. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Also, I want to get into Casey Anthony. Talk about she want to be a legal advocate. Yeah. And then we're going to get Amber Rose's response to the Puerto Rican princess. Okay? All right. Thumbs up this video. We're going to get into it. Yes. I know my lighting is off because the glare is coming through that window right there. It's annoying. It's annoying. All right. So up first, let's get into Dr. Umar daughter exposing him. Oh, sorry. Also, I want to talk about Gabrielle Union and her 50-50-ish, okay? Seems like she had an awakening or whatever. I find when women say, like, oh, I want to go 50-50, it's usually because they're, like, insecure. But Dr. Umar is a deadbeat, y'all. TGI Friday. Hey, be more shorty. Please thumbs up the video, okay? His daughter is exposing him. Shout out to It's On Site. Yes.
I wanted to come on here with a small, short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. Hey, TikTok, so I just wanted to come on. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. So yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie to y'all. That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. But I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video by saying that Daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all test. So yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie.
Hello guys, so I just wanted to come on here with a small update. I just got off the phone with Dr. Umar's other daughter's mother, and she just told me that that's her daughter. So yes, well, I found her. I'm going to give her a call and talk to my sister when she gets out of school. So, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. All that, oh, are you going to show up the DNA test? No, because it's not your business. Why? I don't have to prove nothing to y'all internet folks. I know what it is in real life. So no, you're not getting a DNA test. What else have I seen? Why are you coming to the internet with this? I already tried to get in contact with him. He shut me down and ignored me. What else I've been seeing? Oh, you trying to tear down Dr. Umar? No, I'm not. He tore himself down by not building a relationship with his own daughter. What's another question I saw? It's a bunch of questions I've seen, but y'all don't know nothing. That's my dad. I have the right. And that's my sister. I have the right. Clock it. Hello. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Struggle streamer? But you have two daughters and you're not in their lives, Dr. Umar. But I'm a struggle streamer? You see what I'm talking about? Why is that your only focus? You have two daughters and you are not present in their lives. Let's focus on that, Dr. Umar. Clock that T. Trying to...
All right, so for those of you who don't know who Dr. Umar is, he's a very vocal activist. He proclaims his testimony is, or his message is uplifting the black women. He doesn't believe in interracial dating, and also I believe that he tried to troll Suki with the good coochie, talking about putting value back into her, which I think he was just trying to get some Gouda cat, okay? Yeah, he's a hypocrite. He's a scam artist, if you ask me. We're still waiting for the school to open up, right? Right? Let me see if I can find some clips of Dr. Umar so y'all can get a taste of who he is. Off the hook.
But everybody,
Oops.
ain't no less than I am.
I don't usually cover him because I don't agree with a lot of what he says. I just feel like he's full of hot air. Dr. Umar, let me see.
Till now. Why is that? Why did you wait until now? His number has been the same for 20 years. Why did you wait until now? That's another question. Now, where is your mother? I'm looking forward to the conversation. I'm looking forward to the conversation. I'm in Stockholm right now. I'm in Stockholm right now. I'm in Stockholm right now. Really? Somebody said, well, I'm not going to entertain this. I got to maintain discipline.
Really?
Thank you for recognizing a clout chaser when you...
Oh, you calling your own daughter a cloud chaser?
You wait until...
Why weren't you there, sir?
Get rid of them damn weaves. Bring that nappy hair back. If I can't grab it, I can't have it. Take it off. With a natural hair. Take it off. Get rid of them damn weaves.
All right.
Bring that...
That's some of his funny moments, which I don't find him that funny. He's a cloud chaser as well. And that's why he tried to hook up with Suki, Anna. Probably trying to get him some cooter.
I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm going to open up a hospital for mentally ill Africans. I'm going to hospitalize you coons. I'm not upset with y'all because I know you're mentally ill, which is why one day I'm going to open up a hospital for mentally ill Africans. I'm going to hospitalize
Just like the school. Just like the school. This is Dr. Umar, y'all, okay? I'm going to pull up as many clips as possible on him for y'all.
Know your school. Peace and love, family. Good to see you, baby. All right now, Lord have mercy. Fine chocolate curvy self. Brothers and sisters, know your school. Peace and love, family. Good to see you, baby. All right now, Lord have mercy. Fine chocolate curvy self. Brothers and sisters, know your school. Peace and love, family. Good to see
He is a slut, okay? Dr. Umar is a scam artist.
An African baby is born after we pray over that beautiful African life and wish that baby well and wish their parents well. We're going to have to cross our fingers because that little beautiful African baby, that little boy or girl, that divine gift of supreme consciousness, in 20 years could damn well be a coon. In 30 years could damn well be a coon. When we celebrate our high school graduates, after we celebrate our high school graduates, you have to step back and ask yourself, how many of this graduating class of 5,000?
He's a gaslighter and a narcissist and a perv. I agree, okay? Because you say all of that. Why haven't you been there for your child? Why haven't you been there for your daughter? Explain that. And now she grown, she can speak for herself, and you want to call on her mother? No, she grown now. Did you pick up the phone? Because obviously it's a cry out for help, and I don't think she's looking for a relationship at this point. She raised up already without you. Dr. Umar is a hypocrite to me. He's an undercover creep. And he's a con artist. I feel like he scams the public. And he talk a good game. Period. I always felt like that. That's why I don't report on him that much. And I thought something was suspect about him hooking up with Suki with the good coochie. Talking about, oh, we got to bring value back to our sister. You ain't help her. Because she's still out here acting a whole fool and being a ghetto ratchet mess. Hey, AT2, good morning. Thank you for joining. Please thumbs up the video, everyone. Okay. Dr. Umar, you got some explaining to do. Because how you preaching this message of uplifting the people and you won't even uplift your own children? Why haven't you been there, sir? That is the question that we need answer. And to call your child a clout chaser. Sir, she reached out to you. You did not respond. So she went to the internet. That's what the young folk do now. The young folk do. When they don't get a response, they go to the internet. Remember Master P and Lil Romeo? They whole situation after his sister tragically passed away. Lil Romeo went to the internet to expose his papa. Yeah, that's what the young folk do. People need to learn to walk in their truth, for real. But it just goes to show the scamming that goes on the internet. And if you ask me, he part of the red pill district. He really doesn't value women. He looks at women as second-class citizens. And only tools for him to dump his cum when he wants to relieve himself. Yes, get these likes up, please. Get these likes up. Good morning, Jarrell. Thank y'all for joining. So, I find it interesting. You know what else I find interesting, Knotty Crew? Casey Anthony talking about she want to be a legal advocate. Child, what happened to your baby? We still don't know what happened to your baby. So Casey Anthony, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, is out here talking about she wants to give legal advice, child. Well, I guess if you want to know how to beat a case, she would be the one to go to, right? Thank you, AT2. I appreciate you. AT2 said he had the nerve to say he wants a son now, another baby he won't take care of. Period. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat, AT2. I appreciate you.
Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025.
Hold on, because y'all still on Dr. Umar. Yes. He looks at women like objects. Absolutely. He does not value women. Nowadays I look at people's actions to make sure their actions match their words first. And there's a lot of gaslighters out here. You see it with Christian Rock. You see it with Jaguar Wright. And it's all a scam. It's all a scam. Hey, Marva. It's all a scam to emotionally extort the public for funds. Period. And nowadays, like, I look at it like, where's the proof? Can't nobody just tell me anything on the internet. Where's the proof? And actually, I think people who run to the internet to air out their grievances is kind of suspect. Seriously. Even Dr. Umar's daughter. I mean, of course she has some intention. And I guess she like, well, since you wasn't there for me, I might as well get some of this clout. Thumbs up this video. All right, let's get into Casey Anthony and Gypsy Rose trolling her. Of all people. Of all people. Let's see what Casey Anthony talking about. Like, now, we haven't heard from her for years. They had a documentary on Peacock on Casey Anthony, and basically it was another gaslighting situation. We still don't know what happened to Kaylee. What happened to Kaylee? I mean, it was all sorts of allegations that came out of her case, all right? She even made accusations against her father essaying her. But you left your child over there. What happened to Kaylee? We still don't know, but you want us to get legal advice. Okay, let's go.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. We're sweat to death.
Okay. I think this is the first time I heard her say Kaylee name in decades. Would y'all take legal advice from Casey Anthony? Put a 1 in the chat. If you would, put a 2 in the chat if you say hell no. Okay? Come on, Casey.
The majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. I'll give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, moving forward, the mistakes, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok. I feel that it's important that possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh yeah, we'll see how this goes. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all say, hell to the no, I ain't taking no legal advice. Where's your baby? Where's your baby? You know, although I try to... Yeah, nah, this is not good enough. So pregnant Gypsy Rose Blanchard admits how heartbreaking it is that her mom will never know her baby. It makes me sad. What the blood clot ever. I don't know why she is trolling the situation, because I don't think Gypsy Rose is any better. I mean, she's a red rummer. She had plenty of opportunity to walk away, and I feel like she was down with the scam with her mother. Please thumbs up this video, and you the last person that need to be trolling, honey, okay? So Gypsy Rose Blanchard shares her 2 cents on Casey Anthony becoming a legal advocate for women and LGBTQ rights, and claims Anthony should not be giving anyone legal advice at all. Girl, the nerve. As we previously shared, on March 1st, Casey Anthony joined TikTok and announced her new career as a legal advocate. I mean, she's been that. That's what I learned from the documentary, all right? But I just really feel like Gypsy Rose needs to stand down and stay in her place. At the end of the day, girl, at least Casey Anthony is trying to do something productive and positive. All you trying to do is spread that coot cat all over the United States and be the slut that you are. You weren't even out of prison a year. You weren't even divorced before you got pregnant. You the last person that need to be commenting on what Casey Anthony should be doing. What are you doing with your life besides spreading them legs wide open and still living this fairy tale? I think she had her baby child. She had that baby for attention, and quite frankly, I'm concerned for the baby, because like I don't feel like Gypsy Rose really healed from the trauma she dealt with her mom. So who's to say? Because I really feel like that girl has another side. I feel like she got like an evil streak to her. And yeah, I'm concerned for that baby. Just like I'm concerned for Junior. Hashtag save Junior, child. Save Junior. But yeah, no, I believe she did have her baby. But I don't think her and the father are together. Are we surprised? I mean, she just hopped from man to man to man to man. Like, she didn't even give herself a chance to understand what freedom really is all about. And I just believe that Gypsy Rose is a little delulu. Like, she lives in a fantasy world where she thinks everything is a fairy tale, like Cinderella and Snow White, and that's just really not what life is. It really isn't. It really isn't. So I don't think it's appropriate for her to troll Casey Anthony, because you're no better. Both feet. Well, Casey Anthony was at least acquitted. Girl, you was tried, convicted, and you did your time. Or whatever. But at the end of the day, we still don't know what happened to Kaylee. We really don't know. And that poor baby was innocent. and did not deserve that. And I believe the family knows a lot more what they're saying, especially the father and the mother. Because how'd the baby end up? What was it? It wasn't even a mile away from the house. Child, it was so much evidence to point to foul play and stuff like that. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. But you know, I wish Casey Anthony the best, but I don't think too many people are gonna. You never know though. We live in a world of double standards, because a lot of people may view her as like, you know, she was acquitted, so you can't continue to hold it over her head. She might garner some support. We live in a sick fucking world. We really, really do. All right. What's going on with Candy and Todd? Chill, okay? I was watching Voodoo Doll, and shout out to her because she met her 50K last night. Shout out to Voodoo Doll or whatever. And she brought up some good points, because I remember when Candy and Escape and SWV had their show, and they really tried to like drag SWV, and I didn't like that. It gave me Mean Girl vibes. And they tried to say, oh, they like to wear overalls and y'all look like strippers on stage. But it seems like ever since that show, SWV has elevated, because I'm always down for SWV. They my East Coast sisters with voices, baby. It seems like things has been going down. You know, I mean, I know Escape has gone on with the 3 members, but it's just been like backlash. And I just remember Tiny trying to like, and Candy trying to like turn their nose down to SWV. But since then, Candy has left Housewives. I'm sure she has many projects. Yeah, congratulations to Voodoo. I was really, really happy for her. I really, really am. She works hard, and I love her commentary. You know, she's a great YouTuber. And I just know it's gonna be like, she's gonna just like blow from there or whatever. And it just gives me encouragement. Like the content creators like AT2, Voodoo Doll, Couture Bay, Jovi Beauty, Gray Hair Diva, Royer, even Larger Curves. It just that's the motivation that keeps me going. Yeah. I love you, AT2. So Candy and Todd, shout out to Unwind with Toxic Shade, slapped with $150K lawsuit over Blaze steak and seafood. Landlord says pay up or get out. So it looks like they owe some back rent. So it looks like Blaze steak and seafood is in hot water. Candy Burgess and Todd Tucker are being sued for over $150K in back rent and other expenses, and the landlord isn't playing, giving them just 10 days to cough up the cash. So I wonder what's going on there. Why are they withholding him the money? It's not like Candy doesn't have it. I think I want to know a lot more. I don't know. I don't hear good reviews about her restaurants. I really, really, really don't. I mean, it was some people are getting shot at her restaurants. Like, it's weird. But is this her karma? Because you know they be trying to make Candy the bad guy. Chill. Saying she pulling all these strings behind the scene. According to Michelle A.T. Oh, grown woman says she gonna blame her accountant, trust and believe. They always do. Just like when people say their accounts was hacked after they liked the post that they wasn't supposed to like. I.e. Tina Knowles. They always blaming somebody. Alright. But I'll keep my eye out to see what's going on there. But I'm sorry in the situation. Like, what's going on with your restaurants, Candy? It's always something with your restaurants. People are not safe. Your employees are not safe. They say the service is bad. Didn't the Food King go there? They said the service is bad. And Candy came out like, you know what I'm saying? He just came on a bad day with her baritone, okay? Annoying. Annoying. We'll see if this gets resolved, okay? A little update, because we was covering the Jocelyn Hernandez versus Amber Rose beef, okay? Amber Rose sat on Club Shay Shay, and Shannon Sharp asked her, like, did y'all resolve y'all beef? And she's like, hell no, F that itch, okay? And Amber Rose revealed that Jocelyn was trying to sleep with her on College Hill, and that was the catalyst for Jocelyn having those mean girl tendencies on the show. And ultimately, Amber Rose ended up molly-whopping the Puerto Rican princess, the Cocalina queen, okay? The footage came out, okay? Amber had it with her bully tactics, okay? And I could believe it because Jocelyn's very sexually aggressive. And she love to have threesomes with all her mans. Sure do. Sure do. And let's not forget, a lot of people been on these streets talking about Jocelyn smell like a dirty ass mop. She was charging for ice in one of their restaurants, allegedly. Wow, really? Child, can't even get no water no more. Whew. So, Jocelyn responded to the interview. She said, I've been a victim of SA at a young age, and I know how scared a girl's in a woman body is. I don't condone any actual misconduct, even though you run Jocelyn's cabaret like it's pimping and hoeing. Like you a pimp. Double standards. Can't stand it. She said, I'm a mother and a wife. I wonder if you'll allow your daughter to get on the pole, Jocelyn, okay? She said, my lawyers are involved in this matter, but because I'm in disbelief, I had to write this for my own mental health. I never in my life tried to pursue or go after any young lady or women in my life. That's why you and Big Lex had beef. Because you and Ballistic wanted to sleep with her, and she rejected y'all. I'm just saying. And let's not forget, she condones her husband putting hands on women. The double standard. But we just hear, that's why I have the Naughty Love movement, so that we can correct all the delulus out there and the double standards, okay? She said, to the blogs and these fake journalists, please, I ask you that before you let someone come on your platform to say anything about another individual, fact check. It is someone's life you are all playing with. How many lives have you played with, Jocelyn? Child. Pop calling the kettle black. Thumbs up the video, okay? She said, I normally don't say anything or write anything, but this is too serious for me to stay quiet. Until I get vindication, you can hear this from me. That never happened, and it never will. This defamation of my character will not go unseen, and I will not rest until I'm 100% vindicated. First of all, Amber Rose just said you tried to sleep with her. She didn't say you tried to take advantage of her or anything. She didn't say it was any foul play. She just said you propositioned her and she rejected. So that is not defamation. And Amber Rose, and trust me, I don't fuck with Amber Rose. Can't stand her, okay? But she was right in this situation. I agree with her too, grown women, like, because Jocelyn plays too much. She played too much. But Jocelyn been out here dragging Amber too. Remember Drake Champ?
Hey man, I dog why that they expelled me from school. They expelled me from school. And you know what I said? I said, y'all crazy as I said, I get attacked and I get expelled from school. But this is guess what? When the me and I dog why that they expelled me from school.
They expelled me from school. They should have kept you in so you could brush up on your English language, child. And she tried to act like victim. Why? Because Amber Rose molly-whopped that ass. Like, she met her match with Amber Rose. You thought you can be a bully on the show like you was on Love and Hip Hop. No, ma'am. Nope. Well, Amber Rose has since responded. She stepped into the shade room to respond. And Amber Rose said, laughing my ass off, lawyer, itch, please. I'll counter for defamation. When you went on the Breakfast Club and Drink Champs and lied about putting my head through a glass window, you don't want to play these games with me, Jocelyn. My money is way longer than yours. Take your L like I did on the internet. Don't cry now because I told the truth. Everyone heard it on the show anyway. Ray J, Iman Shumpter, she added everybody. She's like, lie to your fans, not us. We were there. Hey, Lady Mahogany. Good morning. Yes, Jocelyn needs sobriety. She absolutely does. She goes and brags about loving the Cocalina. Even made a t-shirt line. So the double standards, the lies, Knotty Crew, cannot stand it. Grown woman said she didn't stay long enough to learn how to speak. It's not too late to go back. They don't even want her. Shout out to the Shade Room for that update. Okay. But Amber Rose, she also on that same interview spoke about going to Diddy parties.
I've been to every Puff party. I've been to every white party since 2009. I've been to every party, and
you go in the right room, not the wrong room.
I don't think there's rooms, Chan. I'm gonna be honest. Now look, I'm gonna be very, very transparent on the show. If these freak offs are happening, it's on a completely different day than the actual Puff parties.
Day, okay.
It's not that day because every time I was there, Puff was there the whole time. He got the Ciroc. He's on the DJ booth. He's the host of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. Now, I've had this conversation with Ray J. Ray J's one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Ray, did they ever invite you to a freak off? Because they never invited me.
Mm-hmm.
And I done been at these parties. I just feel like, why ain't get the invite?
Because they know you don't get down like that.
Into probably everyone.
Amber Rose is male identified. Lynn, I appreciate you donating to the channel. She said, keep up the good work. Thank you so much. And it's because of my Knotty Crew and people like you that support the channel that keep me going. I feel like Amber is gaslighting us. I feel like she gaslighting us, and I feel like she trolling Ray J. Because Ray J ain't to me. He ain't ish. Alright? But everybody out here trolling Diddy. And granted, she was only in a she's only asking the questions that Shannon asked her, and because she was in the industry for so long, that I understand why they would ask her. But do I believe her that she didn't see nothing going on? I call bull Swinky. I know she's seen some of them orgies going on, okay? Amber, who you think you fooling? Who you think you fooling? You was with Yee. The biggest free. Hey, Psalms, thank you so much. Psalms said Amber Ho is lying. Thank you so much for the donation. Y'all are blessing me today, and I appreciate every last one of you. I call bull Swanky on Amber Rose, okay? Talk about she been invited to the freak offs, and she ain't never seen nothing. Ciao. And not only that, Amber, I remember you was hanging around Russell Simmons and his boo. You trying to tell me that creep ain't trying to creep up on you? Ciao. Lying. Liar, pants on fire, okay? So, Speaking of the diddler, okay, shout out to the Shade Room. Diddy's attorneys respond after new allegations of forced labor emerge in superseding indictment against his client. Child. So of course, he responds like he always responds. It's the same thing. I vehemently deny. All right, so Diddy's legal team has responded to yet another lawsuit and is denying all claims. Prosecutors accuse the mogul of obligating employees. One, they claim he forced to have sex with him, to work long hours under the threat of physical and financial and reputational harm. All right. Per the Hollywood Reporter, the new indictment doesn't contain new charges or victims. However, it expands upon allegations over the method of the alleged enterprise through which he assaulted and trafficked women with the help of his various businesses. The indictment alleges that Combs maintains control over workers at his various businesses and that he allegedly caused these employees to believe they would be harmed or lose their jobs if they did not comply with his demands. With respect to one employee, Combs used physical force, psychological harm, financial harm, and reputational harm and or threats of the same to cause the employees to engage in sex acts with him, the indictment states. Diddy will head to the courthouse to be arraigned for the new charges next week. Okay? His trial is scheduled to start on May the 5th. So, of course, Diddy's legal team comes out and said, Mr. Combs has said it before and will say it again. He vehemently denies the accusations made by the SDNY, Southern District of New York. He looks forward to his day in court when it will become clear that he has never forced anyone to engage in sexual acts against their will. Many former employees stand by his side, prepared to attest to the dedication, hard work, and inspiration they experience while helping build groundbreaking, award-winning businesses. Let me tell you something. I believe Diddy was good to a lot of people, but I also feel like he was a prick to a lot of people. He had many, many sides to him. He had many, many sides to him. But he crossed a lot of people as he was coming up in the industry. Let's just call it what it is. I mean, it's so many allegations out there. You got the Locks. You got Mace. He's crossed so many artists of their rights, publishing, and things like that, all to line his pockets. And I believe that this behavior fed his ego through the years. Hey, be more shorty. Right, grown woman. He was nice when it benefited him. And I just feel like he has many, many sides, multi-personalities, okay? Yes, please like this video. Thank you, Derek. Lady Mahogany said Amber is a lost soul and will do and say anything for attention. Absolutely. That's why she was up there on Trump platform when he was running for president. Okay, we know she did that for a check. Stop it. And also to possibly garner a pardon for her crypto lawsuit or legal issues that she got going on. So she's talking about Jocelyn. She got more money than Jocelyn. Do you really, girl? Do you really? The gaslighting is real, Knotty crew. So I just really feel like this indictment is just going to get bigger and bigger as we get closer and closer to the trial. And to be quite honest, the way things are pointing, I think the trafficking is the least of Diddy's worries. I really, really do. Don't forget they found them GUNs with the serial number scraped off. It's coming. It's more to come. They're going to make sure they pin him with something. All right? Speaking of crypto, ex-crypto mogul Sam Bankman-Fried says he shared prison unit with the diddler. Yes. I just really feel like they're dropping little niblets leading up to the trial, but it's gonna get deep. It's gonna get deep. And I just remind everyone, well, you know, Jay-Z got him an easy win, but I that's why I really don't cover the civil lawsuits, because like if there's really no proof, like therapy, hospital records, or a police report filed, like why should I believe this is the truth? And you could blame Jaguar Wrong and the Tony Busbys for my doubt. And they just messed it up for real victims. They really, really did. You gotta follow the trail of crumbs. Like, the Southern District of New York is not gonna show their whole hand at the end of the day. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. All right, so let's get into the crypto mogul who said he shared a prison unit with Diddy. Let's see if I don't know if I believe him. Here we go.
He's in there with you?
He is. It's I don't know. He's been kind. I've made some friends. It's a weird environment. It's sort of a combination of a few other high profile cases and then a lot of ex-gangsters, or sort of alleged ex-gangsters.
Yes. Are you hanging with Diddy? I think he's in there with you.
He is. It's I don't know. He's been kind. I've made some friends. It's a weird environment. It's sort of a combination of a few other high profile cases and then a lot of ex-gangsters, or sort of alleged ex-gangsters.
Yes. What's Diddy like?
Obviously I've only seen one piece of him, which is Diddy in prison, and he's been kind to people in the unit. He's been kind to me. It's a position no one wants to be in. Obviously he doesn't. I don't. As you said, it's kind of a soul crushing place for the world in general. And what we see are just the people that are around us on the inside, rather than who we are on the outside.
Oh, I'm sure. And you're two of the most famous prisoners in the world in the same unit. What's Diddy like?
All right, shout out to Double XL. I doubt Diddy even speak to this man. But at the end of the day, he has to be well behaved. Didn't the feds bust him using other inmate pens and sending threatening letters to witnesses and things like that? To me, Diddy is not moving like an innocent man. Because if you're so innocent, why do you need to tamper with witnesses? Why are you reaching out to people to try to keep them quiet? He's not moving like an innocent man. But I doubt Diddy is even speaking to him. I doubt it. There's a whole bunch of clout chasers and trolls out here. And they'll just do anything for clout. They will. They'll do anything for clout. Oh, I did see Sarah Stokes is now suing Diddy. Let me tell y'all something. Sarah has a very troubled past. She comes from a lineage of SA and abuse. I'm split. All right, shout out to all hip hop. Former The Band member Sarah Rivers sues Diddy for $60 million over alleged abuse. Ciao. So Combs is being sued by Sarah Rivers, a former contestant of Making the Band, and member of the band. Rivers filed a $60 million lawsuit against Diddy on February 28, accusing him of sexual harassment, assault, battery, career sabotage, and creating an inhumane working environment during her time on the MTV reality show. Rivers claimed Diddy sexual harassed her by backing her into a corner, touching her inappropriately, and making suggestive comments. Now, this is not the first time we heard this. Dawn Richard also made some of the same allegations. I just wonder, why now, Sarah? Are you just jumping on the bandwagon? And $60 million, girl. Do you see what's going on with Diddy money? Anyway. Sleeping schedule mocked her appearance, including her struggles with bulimia, and scrutinized her in a actual and humiliating manner. In her lawsuit, Rivers cited the infamous cheesecake incident where she and her bandmates were forced to walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn to fetch cheesecake as an example of public humiliation. Rivers said she and other members of the group were subject to threats of violence. She claimed the incarcerated mogul even threatened to delete one person. Additionally, the complaint accuses Diddy of sabotaging Rivers' music career by disbanding the band and blackballing her from the industry. Rivers stated she was paid only $5,000 per episode during the show and received one-time payment of $25,000 after signing and publishing contract under pressure. Child, at least you got paid. Because some of them didn't get anything. Hey, Bree. Yes, please get these likes up. Right. She's from Detroit as well. So, what is going on with Detroit? Something ain't cleaning the water out there. Like, it's a lot of female victims and male victims at that are getting essayed out there, and I'm just like, what is going on? There's a lot of pimping and pandering, and then because of Sarah's abuse, that led her in the hands of her next abuser, her ex-husband, okay, who was like a narcissist. But I think he got with her when she was like young, like a teenager, and they started, like, she got married and they started having kids and things like that. Part of me feels like Sarah is, I'm not trying to discount the fact that something may have happened to her. A lot of her accusations are the same as a lot of the other band members. But can I tell you this, Knotty Crew? Before the band even took place, it was known that Diddy was a shrewd businessman and how he treated his artists. But people still jumped on the bandwagon to work with him. I don't want to sound messed up by saying that, but I think it's unrealistic for her to even think that she's going to get $60 million out of him. All right, Psalm said this was around 2002, 2003, and Sarah, and I watched you, Detroit Jokers, Love to Lie, and hoeing is their MO since the 70s. Exactly. That's what's going on with the Naziah Harris case. They thought they would gain fame and fortune. Exactly. And I'll take you to Chopper's interview about her. Chopper was saying that she was an active participant. She was down. And I think Chopper is like really fair. Like he says Diddy ain't shit, but he also give credit to a lot of things that helped him with his career. Sarah has arrested development due to what happened to her in her childhood. And this is my thing. You did a documentary before you filed your lawsuit. When did you come to this revelation that you should sue Diddy? That's one thing I respect about D Woods. She got up there and she talked about her accounts, but I don't see that she's suing him. I believe they had a toxic work environment. That I do believe. Sarah has arrested development due to what happened to her in her childhood. Right. She said, I don't believe her. These people, I don't believe her. The people said they were messing around all of these decades. That's what Chopper said, that they was really messing around. And Sarah was an active participant. And now we have a lawsuit. And also Chopper said she was inebriated a lot of the times. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. But why they think that they're going to get all this money out of Diddy? Number one, everything's not in his name. So if you want to sue him, you got to sue all the businesses. Sarah mad that her money stopped. I just really feel like it's like bitter baby mama syndrome. Seriously. I really feel like it's bitter baby mama syndrome. It's the same effect. But, you know, Diddy's reputation was out there. And although I enjoyed the show, The Band, it's just like the way he would try to humiliate them, like I would never. I'm sorry. It ain't that much fame in the world. Ain't that much fame in the world. But it just goes to show how desperate people are and how they're willing to sell their souls. And then when it doesn't go their way, now all of a sudden it's a hostile work environment. It's toxic. I was SA'd and this and that. And not to say, like, you know, sexual harassment goes on in a lot of the industry or whatever. But it just gives me pause. Like, why now, Sarah? Why now? Right. Psalms. Why Sarah didn't sue Viacom? Lady Mahogany said, Chopper said he lost respect for her when he saw her messing around while married. Yes. And I remember they kind of like forced her husband off the show. But he was a lot. He was a lot. Oh, girl woman, thank you so much. She gifted memberships. So please, she gifted 5 memberships. So if you became a member, please thank Grown Woman. I appreciate you, Queen. Sarah Stokes couldn't present herself as a BG singer, but she was out there tooting her thing on rugs. So she damaged herself. She also went to prison. She was on the whole show. She also went to prison. So, for attacking her husband. She also went to prison. So, child. I wish her the best in that lawsuit. You know, I don't know how far people think they're going to get with these lawsuits, suing for this big money. I mean, did they really... Like, the same documentary and series that Sarah's on, Diddy is suing them for like $100 million. They gonna mess around and pay all his legal fees. They gonna mess around and help him get off too. All right, one story I wanted to touch on was
McCrae has been
a graduate of Southern University and a member of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity has been arrested in connection to the death of Caleb Wilson, has been charged with criminal hazing and manslaughter. Child, thumbs up this video. Now hazing is a major tradition in college and things like that. That's usually how the fraternities, you know, they have to haze you to make sure you're really down and you're loyal and stuff like that. But the hazing can get really extensive. And I remember my uncle, because he's part of, what's the yellow and black one? Signify. He's part of one of them. And I remember when he was joining, and legit, they just dropped him off drunk as a skunk in front of my grandmother's doorstep, okay? Like, they don't be caring. Alphas, yes. All right. So I just remember the condition my uncle was in, and I'm just like, wow, that's just like really, really unhealthy. Like, why would they drink you to a stupor? Like, he was on the verge of alcohol poisoning. Okay, alpha 5, right? So 20-year-old Southern University student dies after reportedly performing an off-campus pledging ritual. Sad. So young, future, and it's just like, why do I gotta do all of that to show my loyalty? All right, so let's get into the news report. Shout out to the Shade Room.
Now, in connection to the alleged hazing death of 20-year-old Southern student Caleb Wilson. According to investigators, McCrae is a former Southern student himself, member of the Omega Phi Psi fraternity, facing charges of criminal hazing and manslaughter. Baton Rouge police say there will be a news conference about the investigation 10:30 this morning. You'll be able to watch it right here on WAFB. Also bringing you updates online as well. We're told officials will be considering charging possibly at least 3 people who were present that night, so more arrests could follow. Caleb McCrae has been arrested now.
University student has died, and police are working to see if a fraternity ritual might be to blame. The student, 20-year-old Caleb Wilson, reportedly collapsed at this Breck Park off of Sherwood Forest Boulevard. A source tells our team that it all happened during a fraternity ritual around 3 in the morning. Wilson was taken to Baton Rouge General on Bluebonnet, where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy is being performed to determine the exact cause of death. Wilson was a member of Southern's Human Jukebox Marching Band. Southern University released a statement saying the university is aware of an off-campus incident that may have resulted in the death of a student, Caleb Wilson. The campus community extends condolences to his family, classmates, and loved ones. Southern is cooperating fully with the Baton Rouge Police Department. University student has died, and
this is just sad. I get the hazing, but when it comes to like a person's life being on the line, that is just way too far. I just remember the hazing in School Days, one of my favorite movies. Okay, Spike Lee joint. Lawrence Fishburne was in there. A lot of stars. Tisha Campbell. Jasmine Guy was in there or whatever. And they did things like making them squeeze bananas, thinking it's poop and stuff like that. But when it comes to the point where a person's health is at risk, that's when I think it's crossing the line. Let me see what y'all saying. Psalms 22 say, Army hazing, no task too tough. Mule Skinners, EFMB, Spur Ride, and Manchu. Lady Mahogany said this restaurant is trying to find a family. They want to donate food and their time to cater his services. Absolutely. Be More Shorty said, I remember the hazing incident here in the Navy Academy in Annapolis, MD. Some folks got put out. It's been years since that happened. Psalm 23 said, my Instacart job, I was hazed. We drunk the garage after crossing the line. I did my thing during hazing. And grown women said they need to abolish the hazing. Too many lives lost. Absolutely. And let me tell you, this not only goes on in black fraternities, it also goes on in white fraternities. And I mean, they drink to oblivion. And this young man has tragically lost his life. He had a whole life ahead of him. Happy Friday, Durag. He had a whole life ahead of him. And now it's gone. We're gone. Now it's gone. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think hazing should be abolished? Ciao. Speaking of hazing, Donald Trump is, of course, causing an uproar. Oh, gosh. I don't even want to. Where do I begin? All right. So, recently he had a State of the Union address. Number one, Congressman Al Green, he had like an outburst during that whole, and I felt like it was exploitative. I don't know if I'm saying that right. They had a black young kid who was a cancer survivor that they made an FBI agent. I thought that was a whole publicity stunt. Here it is.
Old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
Why they keep making him up.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago. Nearly is 13 years old. Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
I call Bull Swinky, and his father should be ashamed. Like, come on, like, he's an agent. He's not going to be, it's all a publicity stunt. He responded. Here we go.
Craziest part, because my mom bathes me and my brothers all together. And out of nowhere, I locked up, and then my dad was calling my name, and I started going to the slow thing, and he said, "Stop playing with me." And then I started to act, I ain't gonna lie, I started to act slow, and then as soon as he said that, we was speeding all the way, running lights, going to the hospital. And then next thing you know, I was seizing on the table. They said, "No, we're gonna have to go in his brain tonight." Ever since then, I had 13 brain surgeries, and that's how many times my personality has changed. And that's something that you don't hear from a terminally ill child. They had 5 months to live. I'm gonna keep on going until my gas tanks run out. And that's when God calls you home. You never know when God's gonna call you home. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad. I know he's pretty proud of me, and I'm pretty proud of him too. And I'd like to thank President Trump, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. But you wanna know the correct?
This is strange to me. Do he know what President Trump trying to do to our healthcare system? All right, people are reacting to this. So the NAACP reacted and said, using a child as a prop to disguise that you've canceled research funding for children's cancer is not only hypocritical, it's disgusting. I mean, he's been a hypocrite, but this is who they wanted for president, Naughty Crew. Thumbs up this video. Terrence K. Williams says, this touched my heart. President Trump honored a 13-year-old boy who was diagnosed with brain cancer 6 years ago. He was given 5 months to live, survive. He dreamed to become. I don't want to take away the fact of his cancer battle, right? I just don't like the way they exploited this young man. So this person said, how come Democrats didn't stand up for DJ Daniel, the 13-year-old boy battling brain cancer, when Trump shared his story tonight? How salty and disrespectful are those mutants? Get them out of the effing country already. Maybe because they knew it was a publicity stunt. Please thumbs up this video. This is all for image, and this is what they like to do. They like to exploit our people, especially, and that's why it pisses me off when people placate into the clear man's narrative and allow themselves to be used for a check, okay? The Amber Roses and the Waka Flockas of the world, all right? That's not the only thing going on. Shout out to Baller Alert. Fact check. Trump slams government for funding transgender mice, but he was wrong.
Making mice transgender. This is real. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $8 million.
$8 million to make mice transgender. Is this real life?
And you were allowed to vote. Is this real life? Now, this woman's talking about something in particular about transgender mice. But where did she get that from?
$8 million for making mice transgender. This is real.
All right, so this was another one of those if Trump said it, it has to be true moments. But Trump actually misspoke here big time. Because what Trump should have said is scientists were making mice transgenic, not transgender. And as you can see here, transgenic mouse technology has revolutionized virtually all fields of biology and provided new genetic approaches to model many human diseases in a whole animal context. So as you can see here in the transgenic mouse model, scientists add human cells to mice so that when they introduce diseases and study them, these mice and their tissue react more like human tissue. And that's how we end up at a University of Cincinnati website where they're talking about their $8 million study to continue gene-environment interaction research. So yeah, Dunny, instead of stopping research where you say it was transgender mice, you actually stopped research that might help us figure out how diseases affect the human body. And you, Danielle, you bought the whole thing hook, line, and sinker just because it came out of Trump's mouth. Shame on you.
Period. And that just goes to show how misinformation is getting spread throughout the world. And it also goes to show how he does not pay attention to detail, how he misconstrued. He's just sitting up there signing executive order after executive order and not paying attention. All right. So Congressman Al Green announced plans to impeach Trump after the House censored him. He was at the State of the Union.
Green, take your seat.
Hold on, let me. And he spoke up, and they basically threw him out of the White House. So this is Al Green. He speaks after he was removed.
The president said he had a mandate. And I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care. And I want him to know that his budget calls for deep cuts in Medicaid. He needs to save Medicaid, protect it. We need to raise the cap on Social Security. There's a possibility that it's going to be hurt, and we've got to protect Medicare. These are the safety net programs that people in my congressional district depend on. And this president seems to care less about them and more about the number of people that he can remove from the various programs that have been so helpful to so many people. It is the best way to get it across to a person who uses his incivility, against our civility. He is a person who has consistently been used incivility against civility. Well, look, I'm willing to suffer whatever punishment is available to me. I didn't say to anyone, don't punish me. I've said I'll accept the punishment, but it's worth it to let people know that there are some of us who are going to stand up against this president's desire to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security.
Were you saying you have no mandate? Is that what you told me?
That's what he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. None.
Is the only punishment that you were kicked out, sir? Is there something?
I don't know. Whatever the punishment is, I'm not fighting the punishment. This is about the people who are being punished by virtue of losing their health care.
Right.
This is the richest country in the world, and we have people who don't have good health care. We've got to do better. And now we're about to cut Medicaid, which is for poor people. Health care has become wealth care for many people, and we can't afford to let that happen.
Is that the only thing that you're protesting?
No, I have other things I'm protesting. And I'm also working on my articles of impeachment. This president is unfit. He should not hold the office. 34 felony convictions, 2 times impeached.
Sir, tell me one more time.
Period. Okay? And shout out to him for having the courage to speak up. But as a result of that, they put him out of the State of the Union address. All right? And that wasn't it. It doesn't end there, because they proceeded to reprimand him in the House. Okay?
Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir.
This is when he was removed.
Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the sergeant at arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
They just want to make a spectacle out of him, but what he's saying is facts. So that's why I find it kind of odd. All of a sudden, you're endorsing this 13-year-old boy that was fighting brain cancer. Like, where would he be without? And I'm sure he has some type of Medicaid or something. Like, for his father to support Trump, knowing that he is basically trying to get rid of health for people who cannot normally afford healthcare or are not privileged to healthcare because they don't have work that provides them with some type of healthcare.
Vote. The yeas are 224.
So the Democrats saying we shall overcome after the House votes to censor Al Green for calling out Donald Trump during the speech of Congress. Shout out to Hollywood a lot and shout out to the Jasmine brand for the last one. It's crazy what's going on here.
224. The nays are 198, with 2 answering present. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The House will come to order. The House will come to order. Shh. Will Representative Green present himself to the well? By its adoption of House Resolution 189, the House has resolved that Representative Al Green be censured, that Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. Let's vote. The yeas are 200.
I do believe.
The House will come to order. The House will come to order.
Someday.
What's it?
You want to keep doing this, or it's over?
The House will come to order. Clear the well, please. Clear the well. The House has to continue its business.
Okay.
An older black man who saw so many images that I can only imagine what he needs to do in this time. One thing he didn't do is he actually wasn't disrespectful as far as I'm concerned, because the president got up there and lied over and over and over, but he was at that moment saying he had a mandate. And Al was making it clear, you don't have a mandate to take health care from children. You don't have a mandate to take people's Social Security. You don't have a mandate to take health care from anybody, because that's not what you ran on. And I think that he was telling the truth. We know that we've seen Marjorie yell at Joe Biden. There was no outrage. None. So there shouldn't be any outrage today. An older black man who saw so many images.
So Jasmine Crockett, I love her. She always speaks loud and proud, and she's been in that Senate fighting for us as a people, in disputing all the foolery that goes on at the White House and at the Senate.
Of House Resolution 189, the House.
What did he do wrong? Y'all tell me, okay? So he's speaking out.
Intentionality was to walk. I gather.
Al Green speaks out on being ejected from Trump's joint Congress speech. Here we go.
Walk. I gathered my coat, I had my cane, and I was going to make my departure. But as I was doing so, the president had just made his statement about having not a landslide, but having a mandate. And I was caught up in the moment. I didn't go to do what I did. I was caught up in the moment, and I turned and I said to him, "You don't have a mandate to cut Medicaid." And the speaker gave me an admonishment. I continued, and he gave me another admonition, and I continued, and then I was ordered to be escorted out of the chamber. And I complied, and the people who escorted me out were very kind. I hold no animus toward the speaker. He did what the rules require. The president that evening called the Democratic members of Congress lunatics. On national intentionality was to walk. I gathered my coat, I had my cane, and I was going to make my departure. But as I was doing so, the president had just made his statement about having not a landslide, but having a mandate. And I was caught on TV. The president called them lunatics. He did so, and he has not been reprimanded. He won't be censured. He uses incivility to take advantage of our civility. Well, I was walking out because I didn't want to suffer the incivility of the president.
I'm sure you've seen the part of the president's speech where we talk about decorum, and you're right. You, as you say, you don't hold any ill will against Speaker Johnson, and he was doing what he had to for decorum. But there came a point during the speech where the president of the United States looked at a senator, a sitting senator, and referred to her as Pocahontas.
I know who the senator is. I have such great respect for her. And this was the president using his incivility against civility. And he does this quite often. He spoke of all of the members who were Democrats on TV as lunatics. President of the United States, joint session of Congress on national TV.
There is talk that the Freedom Caucus may not be done with this, and that they may try and strip you of committee assignments. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I had a reporter to approach me and call this to my attention. I am here to serve the people of the 9th Congressional District. I believe that I have taken this oath that I have taken, and I pledge to do that. I would hope that they wouldn't. I would not agree with it. But if they do, it'll give me more time to work on my articles of impeachment.
You're seriously considering introducing articles of impeachment?
I am absolutely going to do it. This level of incivility emanating from the presidency, much of it in policy, is something we can, as lunatics. President of the United States, joint session of Congress on national TV.
There is talk that the Freedom Caucus may not be done with this, and that they may try and strip you of committee assignments. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I had a reporter to approach me and I tolerate. If President Barack Hussein Obama had behaved in this fashion, he would have been.
They are.
There is no question in my mind. So I believe that this president cannot escape this one thing that each member of Congress has. 435 of us, we have it. He is a Goliath, but there are 435 Davids in Congress. I'm one of them, and I'm going to bring articles of impeachment.
And the articles would be based on his speech to the joint session?
The articles will be based upon things that have already occurred, not in an indirect sense, but not directly based on that. What he said to the members and to the senator was unacceptable. Then that's incivility. So I think we have to, at some point, use righteous incivility. We cannot allow him to just continue to step on us like that and tolerate. If President Barack Hussein Obama had behaved in this fashion, he would have been impeached. There is no question in my mind. So I believe that this president cannot escape this one thing that each member of Congress has. 435 of us, we have it. He is a Goliath, but there are 435 Davids in Congress. I'm one of them, and I'm going to bring articles of impeachment.
And
I just find it crazy how they reward Trump's bad behavior. And you're right. They're trying to run a rich man's nationalist society. It's clear. But this is Project 2025 in full effect. I mean, we knew this was going to happen. The writing was on the wall, and people voted for him anyway. And I just really feel like now the United States is a country of double standards that rewards bad behavior. And that's why you have the degenerates out here, like the Jaguar Wrights, the Krishan Rocks, becoming famous off of bad behavior. You know, this is my thing. He can pursue the impeachment all he wants, but is Congress going to stand behind him in solidarity? It's crazy. Also, on the tail end of that, shout out to the Shade Room. Trump temporarily pauses North American free trade agreement for 1 month. Mexico and Canada will not face a 25% tariff of goods until April 2nd. Let me tell you something. He loves to do things to stir the pot and then take his word back. And I just really feel like he's not thinking things through.
Starting today, LCBO, the largest purchaser of alcohol in the world, will begin removing U.S. products from its store shelves. And as the exclusive wholesaler, American brands will no longer be available in LCBO catalog, meaning other retailers, bars, and restaurants in the province will no longer be able to restock U.S. products. This is an enormous hit to the American producers. Every year, the LCBO sells nearly $1 billion worth of U.S. wine, beer, cider, seltzers, and spirits, including more than 3,600 products from 35 states. As of today, every single one of these products is off the shelves.
He's forgetting that these other countries, a lot of American business owners make a lot of their money from these other countries. So he's stopping everybody's bag. You want to know why? Because he is selfish. All he cares about is himself. He doesn't care how he affects other people. But this is who they wanted for president. Right, grown woman. We have a criminal sitting in the highest office in the land. Now, how is that possible? People come out of prison, they can't even get jobs. But this man is tried, convicted on so many counts, has caused so many problems, insurrections, and things like that, has had public temper tantrums of not getting his way. And they think this man is responsible enough to run this country. It freaking blows my mind. Blows my mind. He needs to be 34 felonies, child. All right, so I mean, I think what's going on in the White House is a circus in itself, right? It's crazy. It's nuts. All right. Speaking of the circus, let's get into the Delulu Krishanimals, okay? Krishan is fighting to stay relevant. I hope people realize that. She is losing public favor. That's why she is trolling Jayden and Alexis, because, you know, despite certain things that Jayden and Alexis does, like using the N-word, I do not agree with. But as far as her being a mom and trying to keep her brand positive, and not out here acting like an unhinged menace to society, she does a very good job of that. I'm so sick of her too, and I wish she'll go somewhere and get Junior the therapy and the health care that he needs. She worried about all the wrong things, and she's out here now trying to gaslight people. Yes, she is, okay? So her and Jayden Alexis was going back and forth the other day, and she was writing whole books out here, and we know Krishan don't speak like that. She ignorant as and she was using AI, and she was trying to say, oh, Jayden Alexis, oh, you know, we have to turn that pain into passion, and we have to keep going, and this and that, and I understand you're hurt. I've been there. Bitch, you broke up her family. Period. You ain't nothing but a Jezebel. Okay? Let's talk about how many crash out sessions you had talking against Jay and Alexis. All right? Okay? And so the other day when they was going back and forth, Krishan Rock, she said, shit, I pulled up to the reunion just to prove this shit is all phony. But the difference between me and you, they gave you 20K and I only take 200K. That's a big difference. And if you don't got that for me, then they can move around. Shit, at least hustle your 20K. Like, who are you to give advice? You're broke. Period. You're broke. You're begging to get back on Zeus Network after you disparage them and talk against them because your money started getting short. Let this be a lesson. Like, you cannot, in business, if you want to, see, now she wants to run back to Zeus, but you already ruined the relationship. But her bestie Smiley out here exposing her for her lies that we know. She's a fucking liar. Pathological, okay?
Shauna's not going. I talked to Shauna today. She's definitely not going. They not giving a bed for her like that. They trying my sister. Shauna's not going. I talked to Shauna today. She's definitely not going. They not giving a bed for her like that. They trying my sister. Shauna's not going. I talked to Shauna today.
Zeus is not giving you no $200,000 for what? You did half of an episode. They don't need you, Krishan. They showed, like, you haven't been on in what? Like 3 seasons. They don't need you anymore. They used you up and threw you away like last week's trash. But she out here lying. Krishan is on her way to baddies. You're right. She's not on her way to baddies. She's fucking washed up and she's trash. All right. But it just goes to show the lies that she continues to try to gaslight the world with because she's fighting to stay relevant. But she out here trying to act like she a good mom. Like she ain't #1 unfit of the country right now. Okay?
So my question is, what are your mornings like?
I get in the shower, so like basically I get in the shower and I wash up, and then he probably like deep asleep, but I won't let him sleep in. I'm like, come on, let's get up. I cook up some eggs and bananas. Then, like, say if he eat like a heavy breakfast, I'll let him snack with like yogurt and like, I don't know, just baby stuff, okay? Cause I bought this whole kit of like just food for him, but I put him like somewhere that's like baby safe. Like I'll make it's either like the playpen, like where he can move around and crawl and do his little thing. And then y'all know, take care of life. Then I start spending intimate time with him. We start praying. We start reading the word. Mm-hmm. He does this thing where he do his little prayer hands, and then
So my question is, what are your mornings?
She is trying to spin the narrative because people are out here wondering where Junior is, #1, and why he's not meeting his milestones. Did y'all hear her say, oh, I let him crawl around in the playpen? Girl, Junior is about to be 18 months old. He hasn't even taken a step. Junior don't even blink. Y'all ever notice that? He don't blink. Can't hold his head up. This lie. She gaslight and lie. Okay? And I told y'all, she really want Jay and Alexis. Because she know that's who Blue really love at the end of the day. But Jayden decided to choose herself. She was tired of Blueface sleeping around on her. Period. So, what she do? Because she got a troll, she want to compare herself to Jay and Alexis. Now, Jay and Alexis, when she posts her doing activities with the kids, her cooking, and things like that. She's always done that from the very beginning.
Like, do you get in there and be cooking, or you just do a lot of quick stuff because you got the baby?
I'll be cooking.
Ooh, what you be making?
Oh, shit. I like steak, lobster tail. I like all that stuff.
Do you think at some point maybe you'll share with us a little bit? You'll give us a little cooking
It's just so weird. Like, it's like me just waiting for my man to come back. I just want to cook for him, for real.
That ain't
So,
your
like,
man,
do you
girl.
get in there and be cooking, or you just do a lot of quick stuff because you got the baby?
I'll be cooking.
Ooh, what you be making?
Oh, shit. I ain't got it. I'm being skinny.
Look at Jay and Alexis, okay? This is her all the time. This is Jay. That's all she posts. She is jealous of Jay and Alexis glow up. Bottom line. Bottom line. She can have Blueface. Somebody care. She can have Blueface. He gonna still be effing around with other chicks. He'll never be loyal to you. Period. And y'all not really married. So I wish people stop driving that narrative, because it's no way. It's no way. That's her Delulu. She's a narcissist. She wants to live in the land of Delulu. She has always done this. But Jay and Alexis is unbothered. Carlissa came out and basically she was like, yo, you need to learn the rules of Hollywood and business. And Carlissa should know or whatever. Like, you never talk about your contracts or anything like that. She's an idiot. She's an effing idiot. And that's just the bottom line. And I can't wait till she start losing followers by the droves. Like, just on the way she treated her son. She did not even want him. Grape Tea showed many clips of her saying, I'm gonna ill this baby. I'm gonna ill this baby. She thought that was cute. She never wanted Junior. Junior is just a prop. Junior is just a way for her to garner sympathy. That's it, from the public. But only the Rock Tarts could. They just want to support her to the end. It's disgusting. That was a Rock Tart interviewing her. Like, ask her the hard questions. Like, when are you going to have Junior's second surgery for his hernia? She don't, because her and her sisters are all degenerates. They all have CPS cases. That's why she feels it's okay to have the neglectful behavior that she has towards Junior, because that's all she know. Did y'all notice when she got locked up at that courthouse, she didn't have a care in the world for Junior? She ain't care. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate every last one of you joining me. I appreciate all the donations. Thank you so much. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my subscribers and my subscribers to come. And shout out to my moderators for holding me down. I love you all. I think Jovi is live, so I gotta go over there and support her. But I hope y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Okay? Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One. All right. Have a great day, y'all. Happy Friday.